Welcome back to Our Family Pantry. I'm going to show you how I make a pantry basic, a staple that sometimes it goes hard on you, sometimes you don't have enough of it, and that's brown sugar. It's super simple to make, and both the ingredients are pantry stable ingredients that are just white sugar, and then I've got unsulfured molasses. And I know you can buy them in big jars or big jugs, but I just buy mine in the regular. This one is a 12-ounce jar. Before I've purchased one that was probably about a 24-ounce jar or a 18-ounce jar. I just like molasses. I like the flavor of it. It's actually a product that is derived from the sugar making process. And it's just refined and it's cooked out. It has kind of a caramely flavor, but it brings a lot of richness to recipes. You can add it to, of course, your regular baked goods, but you can add it to bread. You can put it in oatmeal. You can put it in all different kinds of things. You can put it in pancake mix as you're mixing it up. I know that it does have a lot of good nutrients in it. It's got a lot of potassium and magnesium and iron and calcium in it. And that's all on the back of the back of the label. And so molasses has a really good shelf life. I know one enemy to molasses is both moisture and heat. And so you'll want to keep it in a cool, dry place. And other than that, we're just going to make some light brown sugar and some dark brown sugar. We'll start with our light brown sugar, and we'll need a cup of white sugar. And this is easy because you don't have to keep brown sugar on hand. You can just make it as you need it. Usually I make it in several cup batches. And then for light brown sugar, we're going to use a tablespoon of our molasses. You just want to make sure you get all of that out. Now I've got clean hands, so I'm not afraid to be in here in my measuring spoon. And I'm just going to set this to the side because we're going to use it again when I show you how to make dark brown sugar. So then what I do is I just kind of mix my sugar around it, so then it's not quite so sticky for my fingers. And then I just get in there and just start mixing it up. You can, grind it a little bit between your fingers like this. But just as you get going, you're gonna see it blending up. You can absolutely do this in a mixer, a stand mixer. Normally when I make a bigger batch to have on hand to fill up my canister, I will make it in my stand mixer. But if I'm just making up a cup of it, then I'm just going to go ahead and do it with my fingers real quick. Now I have found that doing it with a spoon kind of creates more mess and you're not able to get the molasses all mixed in. And so I say either a mixer, a stand mixer, even a food processor would kind of mix it up a little bit too much. And so I would stick to some whisks, not whisks, but beaters. You could use a hand mixer or a stand mixer, but I wouldn't go anything further than that. And so we're just getting it all mixed in here. And in no time, we've got light brown sugar. Now, there are different types of molasses. There's a light molasses, there's a dark molasses, and a blackstrap molasses. And so it's kind of, the way I equate it is a little bit like olive oil. So you've got your olive oil, your extra virgin olive oil, which is your first press. And that first press on molasses is going to be, or the first process through the sugar is going to be your light molasses. And then the second process through the sugar is going to be your dark molasses. And then that one's just going to be darker. It's going to have more of a richer flavor, not as light as the first batch through. And then blackstrap is going to be through your third process of refining the sugar. And that is going to be a lot darker, a lot richer. And so it's just kind of goes that way. So it's just a little bit akin to olive oil and how they grade and process olive oil from your olive oil to your virgin olive oil to your extra virgin olive oil. It's a similar process with our sugar, except it's the product after refining it each time. It's after boiling it technically, but that's refining it. So in just a matter of a few minutes, I've got brown sugar, and this would be our light brown sugar is what I would consider this. And if you want a little bit more molasses in it, by all means, do a heaping tablespoon. But there we go. So we've got our light brown sugar. All right, now to get started with our dark brown sugar. Same process. We start with a cup of white sugar. I'm gonna make kind of a little well because we're gonna put a lot more molasses in here. So I'm just gonna make a little well for me. And then I'm gonna grab my molasses, and I like to do a couple of tablespoons for dark, and I kind of like mine a little heaping because we like that rich molasses flavor in our dark brown sugar. Now, if you're using blackstrap molasses, you'll notice it's going to be darker than if you use just the dark molasses. And so it just has a more of a black hue as opposed to a dark amber brown color. And then I'm just going to do it the same way. Just going to get all of that molasses off, or as much as we can. It's kind of like honey. And so we're going to get it in there. And then I do the same thing where I kind of put my sugar over the top. And now you can do this any which way you want, but I find it the easiest just with my hands. And start. You get the sugar through it, and so it's not so sticky, and then you just get mixing in. Now I know that in the UK, now correct me if I'm wrong, but in the UK, you guys might refer to what we call it molasses in North America. I've heard that you've called it treacle. And so this would be the same product if you're in the UK. Molasses would be treacle. And so you can just get your treacle in your same ratios and get it mixed up in your white sugar, white granulated sugar, and you'll have yourself dark brown sugar in just a matter of moments. Now I don't have blackstrap at the moment, and so mine's going to be a little bit lighter, but that's totally fine. What I can do is just add more brown or molasses if I wanted, or just wait until I pick up some blackstrap, but I don't really mind. So if you have blackstrap, it's going to be a deeper, darker brown. The blackstrap molasses, that is. Just going to get these few last little pieces in. Now this is so nice because if you're going to bake something or cook something with some brown sugar and you find that you don't have any or you don't have enough, this is super simple and easy to just whip it up. Now in terms of food storage, your molasses is going to last a lot longer than your brown sugar would in the pantry. Your molasses will usually last about a couple of years, and then usually about a year or so, maybe 6 months to a year, depending on your climate, of how cool and dark your pantry is. It'll last longer in your pantry than brown sugar. And so that's why I like to keep molasses, so then we can make our light brown sugar and dark brown sugar. And as you can see, they both pack up real nicely to use in your recipes. And there you've got it, our light brown sugar and our dark brown sugar with just 2 ingredients. We hope you liked this video, and we hope you subscribe and like and comment, and let me know how excited you are to try making your own brown sugar. And let me know if you would rather bake light brown sugar or dark brown sugar. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for staying to the end. Here's a little bonus for you. Now that I'm done making all of our brown sugars, I'm gonna go ahead and mix them all up into my, into my big mixing container here. And I'm just gonna make a bunch of dark brown sugar. And so I'm just gonna add some more molasses to it and mix it up because we prefer our dark brown sugar. So. And then I just go ahead and put it in with my brown sugar. But it's all uniform throughout and awesome. So there's a fun little bonus clip for you. Now, thanks for staying with me till the end, and I'm just gonna give a little try. Yep, that's got a good flavor. And there's dark brown sugar for me and my family in our pantry and our canister. And if you've made it this far, go ahead and give me a little cookie icon down in the, or cookie emoji down in the comments, and let me know what your favorite cookie is. Thanks for staying to the end. See you in the next video.